Hello everyone, this is Nitish and we have started an initiative called Plums series which is Prelims Level Up MCQ series. Here we discuss 5 MCQ daily and this will help you in your UPSC preparation. Today is episode number 109 and I am dealing with economics MCQ. Before starting this class, I would like you to please subscribe the channel and also like and comment on videos. These content are free of cost, so for test series and foundation video, you can contact to Vysh sir on WhatsApp 7200 So let's begin. Today's MCQ number 1 is consider the following statements with reference to economic growth and development. It means that you should have an idea about economic growth and economic development. Then only you can able to answer this question. It is very basic question of economics. Statement number 1 is high national income would definitely denote that a country has inclusive development and growth. Statement 2, increase in net export would lead to economic growth if other factors remain same. Statement number 3, economic development can bring qualitative changes to an economy. And statement number 4 is high GDP would necessarily mean high rank in Human Development Index. So you have to tell the correct statement. So options are 2 and 3 only, 1 and 3 only, 2 and 4 only, and 1, 2 and 3. So I will give you 10 seconds. Try to answer this question. So its answer will be option number A, that is 2 and 3, which means that statement number 2 and statement number 3 is the correct statement. Now let's look at the explanation. First of all, we should know what is growth and development. So growth relates to gradual increase in one of the component of GDP, which means that if there is a gradual increase in any of the component or one of the component of GDP, it means that growth is taking place. So the components of GDP are consumption, government spending, investment and net export. So now let's know what is development. Development relates to growth of human capital, decrease in inequality figures, structural changes that improve the quality of life of the population. Now let's look at the statement. Statement 1 is incorrect because high national income does not necessarily mean inclusive growth, as inclusive growth refers to equity of growth and development. That's why the statement number 1 is incorrect. Statement number 2 is correct because the net export component of GDP is equal to the value of export minus the value of import. These export brings money into the country, which increases the exporting nation's GDP. That's why statement number 2 is correct. Statement number 3 is correct because economic development is concerned with qualitative changes, as we already seen in the definition of development. That is, development leads to growth of human capital and it brings it improves the quality of life. So it means that it brings changes to the qualitative aspect of living. That's why the statement number 3 is also the correct statement. Statement number 4 is incorrect because higher GDP does not necessarily translate into higher HDI, that is Human Development Index. That's why the statement number 4 is incorrect. Move on to MCQ number 2. Which among the following statement is correct about the participation of women in workforce in India? Women in age group of 18 or above only are taken for counting the participation of women in workforce. Statement number A. Statement number B, less than a third of rural women workers are farmers. Participation of women in workforce in India has constantly increased in last 10 years. And last statement is in rural India, unemployment rate is higher for male as compared to female. So you have to identify the correct statement regarding the participation of women in workforce in India. So I will provide you 10 seconds. Try to answer this question. So its correct answer will be option number D, that is in rural India, unemployment rate is higher for male as compared to female. So solution is very short. So I will explain you the statement number D, that it is correct because unemployment rate is higher for males in rural areas as compared to females. In urban areas, female unemployment is higher. Overall, urban areas have more unemployment than rural areas. That's why the statement number D is the correct statement. MCQ number 3. With reference to animal censuses conducted in India, consider the following statement. So, this question is basically taken from our current affairs. Tiger census in India is conducted once in every 5 years, whereas elephant census is usually held once in 4 years. Statement number 2. In tiger census, the method of counting is based on sighting in camera straps, while elephant census direct counting method is used. So you have to identify the correct statement. So options are 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, and neither 1 nor 2. So I will provide you 10 seconds, try to answer this question. So correct option will be option number B, which means that statement number 2 is the correct statement. Now let's look at the explanation. Statement number 1 is incorrect because all India tiger census is usually held once in 4 years, but here it is mentioned that once in every 5 years. That's why the statement number 1 is incorrect. It is conducted by National Tiger Conservation Authority in collaboration with State Forest Department, Conservation NGO, and coordinated by Wildlife Institute of India. The elephant census is conducted once in every 5 years. So the second part of statement number 1 is also incorrect because elephant census was conducted once in every 5 years. Now statement number 2 is correct because tigers are counted based on sightings in camera traps and indirect estimation method, whereas elephant census largely relies on state directly counting the number of elephants. In recent years, techniques such as analyzing dung samples have also been deployed to estimate birth rates and population trend in the elephants. That's why the statement number 2 is correct and statement number 1 is incorrect. MCQ number 4. Which among the following statement is not correct? Here you have to identify the incorrect statements. About the Occupation Safety, Health and Working Condition Code 2020. It is basically a contemporary affairs related question. So try to answer this question. Statement number A. It recognizes the right of contractual workers. It provides statutory benefits to fixed term employees. It provides that women will be entitled to be employed in all establishment for all types of work under the code. And last statement is, as per the code, in the events of overtime, an employee should be paid half the rates of his or her wages. So those who don't know about this code, they can guess the answer, and rest I will explain in the explanation solution part. So try to answer this question in 10 seconds and write it in the comment section. So its answer will be option number D, that is, as per the code, in the event of overtime, an employee should be paid half the rate of his or her wage. It is an incorrect statement. Now let's look at the statement one by one. Statement number A is correct because Occupational Safety, Health and Working Condition Code specifies the duty of employers and employees and envisions safety standard for various sectors with a focus on worker health and working condition, working hour, leaves and so on. The code also recognizes the right of contractual workers. That's why the statement number A is the correct statement. And as the statement itself, apart from that, I also add some additional points so that you can understand what does it code entails. Statement number B is also correct because it also provides for statutory benefits like social security and wages to a fixed term employee at par with their permanent counterpart. It also mandates that no worker will be allowed to work in any establishment for more than 8 hours a day or more than 6 days in a week. That's why the statement number B is also correct because it provides statutory benefits to fixed term employees. Now, statement number C is also correct because women will be entitled to be employed in all the establishment for all the types of work. Women can, with the consent, work before 6 a.m. and beyond 7 p.m. subject to such conditions relating to safety, holidays and working hour. For the first time, the Labour Code also recognizes the right of transgender. That's why the statement number C is correct statement. Now let's look at the statement number D, which is incorrect, that in case of an overtime, an employee should be paid twice the rate of his or her wages. But in the statement D, it is mentioned that paid half of the rate of his or her wage, but it is not half, it is twice the rate of his or her wage. That's why the statement number D is incorrect one. Now the last MCQ of today's class. Which of the following statement best describes the term fiscal profligacy? It is from current affair, so try to answer this question. Statement number A, removing fiscal barriers and discrepancies between the tax system of various countries. Statement number B, income tax exemption for new industries. The act of spending money in a way that is not wise. Official estimation of cost or revenues for proposed legislation. So I will give you 10 seconds, try to answer this question. So the correct answer is statement number C, that is fiscal profligacy is the act of spending money in a way that is not wise. Fiscal profligacy is opposite of fiscal prudence. It is the act of spending money or using something in a way that wastes it or is not wise. The cost of fiscal profligacy at the state level can be huge. So that's all for today. Next episode will be tomorrow, so please subscribe and stay tuned.